Peace, what's good? It's your brother God Science. I'm up in here once again. Shout out, special salute to the few that do watch the video, subscribe. I appreciate y'all, true indeed. Hope y'all doing good out there. I know it's been a while for me to do this. Review of the new Armand album with Alchemist called Mercy. I've been playing it for a while, just been a little busy. And I'm a little disappointed, and I explain why. Now, salute to Alchemist. He's one of my favorite producers, and for a producer, he can rhyme. You know what I mean? He started off as a MC, a rapper, in the Hooligans. If y'all remember that group way back, like in '92, '93, when Cypress Hill first jumped off. I think they came up under Cypress Hill. He basically came up under DJ Muggs. But anyway, I never knew of Armand Hammer, which is from my hometown, New York. Salute. Brooklyn. Salute. And that's one of the reasons why I really support them. A little biased, but they are dope. But I never heard of them until they did that first collab, Haram, with Alchemist, which is a dope album. I still play it to this day. And you know, it just introduced, you know, when you discover a new artist, like you go back to the catalog, and I just went back to race music, and I'm just listening to everything, and I'm like, wow, these dudes is dope. I think Billy Woods and Elucid is one of the dopest, some of the dopest MCs out here. I just be surprised that dudes don't even talk about these dudes. I mean, they're killing it. Like, their style, they just have a whole style. They have created their own lane. Armand Hammer has a whole sound, the way they rhyme, the abstract beats that they pick. They just have like their own style, man. And I think in a time where everything sounds the same, it's like refreshing to have a group that comes and give the, you know, their own style, their own, this is my outlook on hip hop, you know what I mean? And I think Billy Woods and Elucid, both of their voices and their style just bounces off each other perfectly, like a Havoc and a Prodigy, Eric Sermon and a Paris Smith. It fits perfectly. On this album, Mercy, when it comes to, you know, lyrics, they ain't fall. You know, I'm not even talking about the album lyrically wise. It's top notch. If it wasn't for their lyrics, the album, I probably wouldn't even be listening to it, because there is a couple songs here and there that's dope. For one, Calypso Genie, that's a dope track to me, especially the video. The video is crazy. Like, these dudes just think left, and I love it. But then you got some songs, it just sounds like it's not as, you know, I don't want to, you know, be corny and like compare it to the first one, because the first one was so dope, but it just feels like on this album, this one, Alchemist, they ain't bring it. You know what I mean? Some of the beats is just not even, they're not whack. You know, California with Earl Sweatshirt is dope, even though Earl sounds like he's just out of it on that track. But, and I love Earl Sweatshirt, but the beat is dope. Then Super Nintendo, I actually like that song. You know what I'm saying? Reminds me of my childhood. But then at the same time, it's like, you know, it's just like, you know, the first album wasn't no skips. You just put it in and you know, so I really, when you playing an album and there's no skips, that tells you like there's, you know, there was a concept to it. And Alchemist went real left with it. I love when he works with Armand Hammer because he experiments a lot. But on this album, it just felt like they just got like leftover beats. I'm sorry, Al. Come on. And what I think it is, I'm not in Alchemist circle or anything, but like I said, he's one of my favorite producers. You know what I mean? Every project that he puts out with his name attached to it, I'm on it. You know what I mean? I learned about Boldy James through him. I learned about a lot of MCs through him. Even listening to Action Bronson. I mean, all these dudes that he basically collabed with. You know, I started to like get into their catalog, and like, you know, Freddie Gibbs. I mean, I knew about Freddie Gibbs since him and Mad Lib with Pinata, but when he, you know, the first Alfredo was dope. I think better than the second one, but this Armand Hammer, yeah, it disappointed me, because when I saw it pop up, I was happy, because I was hoping that they did another collab again, because the first one was so dope. And a lot of people got exposed to who Armand Hammer was. I mean, I didn't know about them. And then, you know, if it wasn't for Anthony Fantano, who does, like, you know, music reviews, been doing it for a while. He always been doing stuff about Billy Woods, Elucid, Armand Hammer, and I just didn't know who they were. And then I was surprised, like, yo, they're from New York also, man. They're from Brooklyn. They're from my hometown, man. And, you know, so it was, you know, dope when I first, and going back and listening to their old catalogs and stuff, you know, some dope MCs, man, been putting in work for a while. It's just this album, I felt like Alchemist just didn't give him enough heat. And it could be, maybe he's doing too much projects at the same time. So Al, if you see this video, Al, focus on one project, because he just put out a dope album with Hit Boy. I mean, it's dope. No skipping to me. But then at the same time, this album came up, and Alchemist, you know, his work ethic is incredible. He makes my work ethics, I probably will try to make like at least two beats a day, you know. But this is someone like me that's still striving to get my music heard, striving to get, you know, income from my music, whereas Alchemist, he's solidified, he's a legend. So, you know, he can take his whole day and make beats. You know what I'm saying? But his work ethic, you know, he's constantly putting out, you know, dope back-to-back, you know, projects. It's just that this one, it seems like he was doing so much, he just threw some beats together and gave it to, you know, because we buy Diabetic Strips was a dope album. And I don't even think, I'm thinking this one is going to top that, and it didn't. And for Alchemist to be a part of a, you know, being one of the best producers out here, to be a part of this, you know, and a second, you know, collab with Armand Hammer, it's like, come on, man. I was a little bit disappointed. So, you know, I went back listening to the first album. So I'll give it, just for the lyrics alone, and you know what I'm saying, I'll say like probably 3 mics. That's it. You know, whereas the first one was probably 4. You know what I mean? This album, production-wise, it wasn't enough. You know what I mean? There was like probably, I would say like 4 hard songs on there. But other than that, Al, you owe Armand Hammer some heat, man. All right, so on the third one, and there better be a third one. Come on, Al. Hook them up. You know, just don't do any other projects and focus on Armand Hammer and put out a heat, like a dope album like the first one. I don't know what happened on this one. You know, I think you're doing a little bit too much. That's just my opinion. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, man. What y'all think about the album? Do you even like it? Have you even listened to the first one? Leave your comments, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'm actually listening to some old school right now, man. But I am gonna be doing that De La Soul review. Actually, that has a new album coming up, and I heard a couple of singles from it, and it sounds dope. Sounds dope. Sounds like Q-Tip produced one, Pete Rock. So sounds like it's gonna be a dope album. And we know we got that Nas project coming up, and I think Premier, and I keep seeing Premier and Al together, so I don't know if they're gonna be doing something, but definitely, you know, heads up for that. But Tell me what y'all think about the new, Armand Hammer project. A little disappointed because Al didn't hook him up. Come on, Al. Anyway, thank you for watching. Peace. Y'all stay safe out there. This phone don't even work right. That's why I'm not getting the Apple, 17. I'm gonna stick on this 16 till it ride out. Look at this. Look at this. I'm pressing the stop thing and it doesn't work. These cheap phones that we pay thousands of dollars for. It's crazy.